DAC is an interface which is used to interface your arm so that it converts a digital input to analog output. So you are already aware of what a DAC is. DAC is a digital to analog converter. You give a digital input, it converts it into an analog output. So you can use your DAC converter to generate a square wave, sine wave, triangular wave, and so on. So in our example, we are illustrating how to make use of DAC to generate a triangular and square waveforms. So you are giving digital input such that the output produced as a triangular wave or a square wave. So you should see to it that you are giving a digital input which gives a continuous output voltage corresponding to a triangular or square wave. So first we will look into what a DAC interface is and what are the control registers used with DAC, and then try to program our ARM LPC2148 so that it can generate a triangular or a square wave. So as you know, DAC is a digital to analog converter which can be used to generate various analog signals. So it has a 10-bit DAC. It is a 10-bit. Our kit has a 10-bit DAC, meaning it accepts 10-bit digital value and produces an analog output voltage. So it has a 10-bit input wherein you are giving digital input, and it has a single analog output pin which produces an analog output corresponding to this 10-bit digital input. So now the output out analog output voltage is proportional to the 10-bit input digital input you are giving, and that is calculated using this formula, value into 1024 divided by V reference. So V reference, we have some reference voltage given to your IC, that is used as V reference. Supposing you are value given to the DAC is 512. So your digital input given to the DAC is corresponding to 512. The output voltage is going to be V reference by 2, which is if you have a 10 volt V reference voltage, value 512 digital corresponding to 512 digital input is going to be 5 volts. So likewise, for every digital input you give, a corresponding analog voltage is produced. And if you just connect the CRO to this analog output voltage, if you connect analog output voltage to CRO, so you will be able to see the waveform of analog output voltage generated. So your various pin includes analog output. It has 10-bit in digital input pin, analog output pin. You have a reference voltage. So your output is always proportional to your reference voltage and the digital input you have given, and we know what the formula is. Here it is, value divided by 1024 into the digital input. So we will see what is the register which is used to control your DAC. So your DAC register is a 32-bit register. So the organization of 32 bits in your DAC register is something like this. So the first 6 bits, they are reserved, we are not using it, it has been reserved. And the next 10 bits, as I said, it is a 10-bit, it accepts 10-bit digital value and produces a corresponding output voltage. And here the 10-bit value is stored here. So your pin number 6 to 15, the 10 bits are used to represent the digital input value you give. So, and this is a bias voltage. There are two ways of biasing this. If you set it to 0, it takes some settling time of 1 millisecond, and producing a maximum current of 700 microamps. And if you set it to 1, it is producing settling time of 2.5 microseconds and 350 microamps. You could go with um, the desired biasing here, and again this is reserved. So here this is of our importance. There are, it is 10 bits. 10 bits are used to give the digital input here. So here what we are supposed to do is we need to configure a out pin, that is pin 25 of DAC, using pin select register. Then settling time using bias bit in DAC register. So you can go with the desired settling time by setting this to 0 or 1. And you can write a 10-bit value in value field of DAC register. So whatever 10-bit value you want to convert to analog output, that is written into this DAC register. So these you should take care of. So you can load a DAC value into your DAC register so that the output produced is either a sine wave or a triangular wave, square wave, etc. as per your requirement. So we will just see how to generate a square wave. So you know a square wave oscillates between only two values, a 0 and a maximum value. So we just give DAC value such that it is maximum, it is representing some maximum value, and it is set to a 0. So we need analog output voltage such that it switches back and forth between I value and a 0. So we will try to write the program such that it is producing a square wave which oscillates between I and low. So you can see I need to include LPC 2148. So we set some initial value to 40, and pin select. We are selecting this pin, and while one we use a while loop. We start with a value, initial value maximum representing 0 FFF, and load it to DACR. So the DAC register ke value aakad takshana, it corresponds to a maximum value. We take a break, and then while one, we need to switch between I and I. So we load a value I to represent on state of your square wave, and value 0 to represent an off state of. So when you when you run this program and interface it to a DAC interface, and you can observe the waveform, square waveform produced. So you are allowing your DAC to switch between two values, a maximum value and a minimum value. So the DAC register is loaded with a maximum value and a minimum value, allowing your analog output voltage to switch back and forth between an high and low value. So similarly, if you want to generate a triangular wave, so we want to increment the values, we want to linearly increment the values so that it reaches a maximum peak, and we want to decrement it such that it again falls linearly from a maximum to minimum value. So initially we start with the value 0 here. So we start with the value 0 and make sure the value does not exceed 1023. So why 1023? Because we are using 10 bits. 2 power 10 is 1024. So you should see to it that your value does not exceed the maximum limit. So that we will keep it as a higher value. So make sure in the loop, the condition we use, value is not equal to 1023, we increment the value by 6. So this operation is used to increment the value by 6. So we need to linearly increase. We need to have a linear transition. So we need to have a linear transition. So we use an increment of 6 and we make sure it is not exceeding 1023. So you get the triangular raising edge of your triangle, and once that is done, you need to decrement it linearly by the same value. Make sure it does not fall below 0. So during increment, make sure it does not exceed the maximum value, that is 1023. And while decrement, you make sure it does not fall below 0. So this is a program which is used to generate a triangular wave. So please note, very important thing here is a DAC register which has a 10-bit value. You need to load value, a corresponding value to this particular DAC register, 10-bit value to this DAC register, so that it produces a corresponding analog value. So your basic idea is to generate a square wave. So you need to load a value into DAC register such that it produces an high and a low alternatively. So this you have we have discussed in the previous code. And again, to generate a triangular wave, we need to linearly increase from 0 to a maximum value with some small increment. So we start with the value 0. We start with a value 0 and we go on increment it by a value 6, such that it reaches 1023. So the increment value you are taking is 1000. You start with an initial value 0, increment it by 6 so that it reaches 1023. Again, falling slope of your triangular wave is obtained by starting with the maximum value and go on decrement it by a decrement of 6 till it reaches a 0. So
here is the DAC interface. So you are aware DAC interface, what it does, it accepts digital input and produces an analog output voltage. So you have a 10-bit digital input which is given in the program, that is corresponded to analog output voltage, and this is we are connecting a CRO probe. The output AOut is connected to your CRO through a CRO probe. So we are running two programs here. One is to generate a triangular wave, the other one is to generate a square wave. Now you can see the rest of the connection remains same as we discussed in the other hardware programs. So we are supposed to drive the triangular wave. We start with some minimum value, go on increment till the value becomes 1023, and then decrement the count so that it reaches a point 0. So this is repeatedly done so that we get an corresponding analog output voltage, and this is this can be observed as a waveform on your CRO as shown. Now we can run at square wave. We can run a program which generates square wave as well. So you can see we have run the square wave program. You are getting a square wave output. So the square wave, the program for generating square wave is comparatively simpler. So what you are trying to do here is you are trying to switch the value in a DACR register between two values, a minimum value and maximum value. So you are switching between 0 and a maximum FFF value so that it generates a square wave as you can see on the CR. So just adjust the time per division so that you get to see the clear square.